welcome back to Let's Play Panzer General. Ich bin Mr. Strategy. When last you joined us, we had won at Norway, although now, for some reason, the sound is off. So let me play around with something here real quick. Okay, making sure the sound is available. What I want to do is treat you guys to what happens if you lose in Norway, because if you win in Norway, it's almost exactly the same as if you... minor victory and major victory is very small difference. So here's what happens if you lose. So you can see I've taken over every city in Norway, except for this one that we're supposed to take over. And I got like one group of harassed Norwegian infantry left. So let's just leave this. Rugged defense. Don't wipe yourself out, Norwegian infantry. That'll screw things up and I'll win. Good, you didn't quite wipe yourselves out. That would have wrecked my loss that I was trying to engineer here. This is the first time we've heard this. No. Because I showcased the loss in Warsaw just so you can see what it's like.
We are disappointed with your failure to take your objectives in Norway. However, due to your previous success, we are willing to overlook your mistakes in Norway and give you another chance to prove you are worthy of command.
Worthy.
We have given you the key
To prove that you are LA Lakers veteran James Worthy. Okay, so let's skip past this, because what we actually want is, of course, a whole different... slot that we're going to use here. I think it's going to be this one that we need to use, where I've got slightly different forces. You see, I had turns in reserve, because like I said, I played off camera and had a much better version of Norway than I was able to pull off while recording. But you know, I was able to overstrength some of these units, and didn't lose. What did I lose? A tank unit? I didn't lose a tank unit this time, and everything is just good. It's a pretty heavy score. So let's get back music, which I shut off because I was probably listening to something else while I was playing. Okay, now we can actually listen to the briefing proper. Again, we already heard it in the last video. Let's hear it one more time before we move on to the invasion of Belgium.
The General Staff commends you for your outstanding achievements in Norway. We have given you the key role in the invasion of France. You are to annihilate the French, British and Belgian armies located west and north of the Ardennes. In order to ensure the destruction, the early capture of Paris, and the opportunity to invade England this summer, you must advance to the English Channel and capture all the objectives no later than June 8th. A swift blow delivered to the Allied armies as soon as possible is essential to allow us time for an invasion of England this year.
And that's what's going on here, folks. You need to get major victory in the next campaign. I don't know if this one affects it or not, but in the invasion of France, you've got to get a major victory to have a shot at attacking England. And that's something we have to decide, folks. Do I want to take out England in 1939? It's possible in this game. Or 1940. It is possible in this game, and... I don't know, maybe you, the viewers at home, can chime in and voice your opinions on that, because there are several branching points in the game where things can go different ways. If we take out the English in 1940, then we'll spend almost the entire rest of the game fighting the Soviets. And then ultimately, the very last thing you can do in this game is a speculative fantasy scenario where the Germans try to invade the United States. Um, we'll talk about whether that's plausible when we get there. But at this point, we're going to go ahead with the invasion of France and Belgium. This was like really lagging before. Now it's actually playing a little bit closer to how it should be. A little bit slower than it should be playing. But we're ready to invade Belgium. Big time. Deploy your troops. Test your might. As you can see, well, never mind, you can't see anything. I was going to say I might have hidden units switched on, because I was playing around with hidden units on for at least part of my off-screen run in Weserübung. Not the whole thing, part of it, at the end. But I don't have that on, so everything's cool. Let's turn the sound down a little bit, because this game is not terribly dependent on the sound anyway. Figure out what we're going to do with our prestige points. Can I upgrade this Panzer? No, not really. Not if I want it to stay self-propelled. This guy, on the other hand, I can now turn into a Zig IB. I'm sure that's not what it's meant to be called, really, but it does the same damage as this guy does, but it's self-propelled. I'm surprised at that. I thought it would do significantly less damage. That was one of the things I was worried about. But it's self-propelled, and I'm going to upgrade to that, because I like having self-propelled artillery. It's much easier to use on the attack, which is what the Germans will be doing for... If you're successful, that's what they'll be doing for pretty much the whole game. Now, let's go ahead and upgrade all these guys to be Panzer IVs. Might regret this when I come up against enemy tanks, but hopefully having better experience means I'll have the initiative. And of course I can always try to bomb enemy tanks before I engage them. Still don't have any upgrades available for my Messerschmitts. The Junkers bombers, unless I want to switch over to some kind of fighter bomber, which is what this basically is. It's got an air attack of 8, much better initiative. But yeah, unless I feel like doing that, I'm not really going to be able to upgrade. The fighter bombers, these Stukas, are going to pretty much stay the same throughout the war, because they were famous. The Germans were famous for the use of Stukas early in the war. I think they kind of were used less and less as the war continued. But no, it doesn't look like I can do much with the Air Force other than try to build it up some more. I've already got 4 fighter units going. I was able to check on this just out of my own curiosity. The most Allied enemy fighters that are ever going to be facing you in any scenario, assuming the enemy doesn't buy any, like just starting at the beginning of the scenario, the most Allied fighters that are ever arranged against you are 12. And that is in the scenario where you are playing as the Germans and you failed to stop either the Western Allies or the Eastern Allies, and you're having your final last stand in Germany itself. There's about I think it's about 4 Soviet fighters and about 8 fighters between the Americans and the British. And if you do the invading of America scenario, there's like 11 fighters to contend with. And of course the computer could buy more, but it doesn't usually spend money on that. So now, it usually likes to buy just lots and lots of infantry. So do I want everyone to be bridging engineers? Do I want to have a little bit more variety? These guys... The only guys who have a movement of 3 are the Wehr infantry, the regular infantry, and the paratroopers. Who's got the best defense? None of them have spectacular defense, really. The bridging engineers do have... They are just better better fighters, but they don't have as good a movement range. Leg movement is only 2 instead of 3. These guys have similar stats. Heart attack is better for the bridge infantry, and of course they act as bridges. I've only got 773 prestige. How did that happen? Oh, from this, this, and this. Well, maybe I don't want to spend too much then, because I am going to be able to buy new units here, and I want to have some money to spend on that. Okay, so let's start placing stuff. Use some infantry here, here. Maybe an infantry here and here. Another infantry here. Another infantry here. Bridging engineers can be here. Panzers here. One really good panzer unit here. A couple more panzer units up here. Maybe one here. Here's my little crappy guy. Oh, you know what? Let's put him here and put... Wait a minute. Hold on. I thought I upgraded all of my dudes to these guys. What's going on with you, dude? How come you weren't upgraded, brother? Alright, so we'll put you here. And now it's time to place the Air Force. I think there's probably going to be some fighters here and maybe up there, maybe right here actually. It's hard to say for sure. But let's go ahead and bomb the shit out of this place. I think I remember from before that this place is like pretty much undefended. Luxembourg is almost undefended. You don't start fighting, and then you start fighting the French here at Sedan. And if I'm pronouncing the name of a city you live in, I know there's at least one guy from Belgium who was watching this LP. Apologies for the nasty things I'm going to say about Belgium, I'm sure. So let's get I had like, what, 5 fighters now? No. Apparently not. Okay, hold on. I've got 4 fighters and 4 bombers. Alright, let's place 3 fighters and 3 bombers up here, and then 1 and 1 down here. Oh, I've already got a fighter over here. And 1 up here. But I might add some fighters down there. 1... Hold on. Oh, that's a Junkers, is it? Okay. Now here's a suppression bomber. Hold on. Okay, that got more confusing than it should have been. Sorry about that, folks. It took a lot of time, too. So let's go ahead and jump right back into combat here. No. Okay. How many... We can buy 4 core units, but now I've only got 600 prestige left because I did all that upgrading. So maybe we'll take a little rest on buying more Air Force and buy some tanks. Although maybe I should actually clear out... do my actions for this turn before I worry about that. Okay, so first things first... Four suppressed, 1 destroyed. Not bad at all. Don't see anybody up here. So... Should be able... 4 suppressed. Good. That means those guys should be able to be wiped out on the next turn. Suppression bombers are great against those little fortress-looking dudes. Because they can't retreat, which means that anything that would normally make an enemy unit retreat happens to those guys. They surrender because fortress just can't pick up and move. Not bad, not bad at all. Now you can come in here and kind of defend all those guys. Hopefully not lose your overstrength. That would annoy me greatly, but I think that is a possibility here. Yeah, damn it. Why did I even mention that? It's like making sure what happened by mentioning it. That didn't go as well as it should have, but oh well. Maybe I'll have a little bit better luck here. No luck at all there. Okay. If you haven't picked up on it yet, if you have a fighter unit adjacent to a bomber, and a fighter unit then comes, an enemy fighter unit attacks your bomber, your fighter unit that was adjacent to them will act as escorts, high-priced, classy escorts, and will attack the enemy thing. That made sense, right? Okay, apparently there is nobody in this city, so... Hey, we took over an objective on the first turn. What do you know? It's making me kind of nervous, though, that there's not more going on here. Let's go ahead and just bomb these guys right out of the gate. Ah, there's fighters. Doesn't look like they get a chance to attack me, though. They do. I thought they didn't get to attack me because it had a projected losses of 0. Instead, I just threw away a bunch of bombers, and I'm annoyed. So in return for suppressing some guys that there's no way I'll be able to get close enough to attack, and just taking away a certain small amount of enemy prestige, my whole thing was just, crap. Shouldn't have attacked. Oh well, everything can't go completely perfect. But here's the French Air Force, well on its way to defeat. And there's probably more to the French Air Force than just this. Ah, oh, son of a bitch, you can't get there to help? Well, I guess you can at least start taking away their entrenchment. And hopefully not getting shot down, but you'll probably get shot down because it's been that kind of a day. Yep, 2 of you in fact. Yeah, you suck. It sucks. Oh well. French are not going to have that much of a chance to shine in this game before we eliminate them completely, so I guess it's only fair that they get a chance to do something good. Well, I don't really know what to do with you, so let's have you scout this position out for my army. And you found somebody, and good, because that means we will not just go barreling straight into them. And they're kind of in position between the two groups of my guys. Oh, yeah, nice. So that they can sort of support whoever needs support. Now we've got super elite bridging engineers attacking from their transports. Here's German dudes with no transport. Here's a good opportunity to take out that portion of their artillery that hasn't... Oh, never mind. I was going to say that portion that hasn't been suppressed, but they just... Wow, that worked really well. And now they finally have 1 star of experience, which means I can start overstrengthening them. Overstrength artillery are a lot of fun, folks. You know, if they're on your side. Not so much fun if they're on the other side. There we go. Didn't even need the whole "you will surrender" thing. Just able to take them out outright. So this should be a bit of a rout, actually. I mean, the German invasion of Belgium was a pretty textbook example of how to stomp the shit out of a smaller European country. Sorry, Belgians or other Benelux citizens watching this LP. But, you know, it's... Well, I mean, it was one of the largest and most advanced armies in the world, and it kind of rolled over your country a little bit. Boom. Liege. My liege. I have captured you. And this should go our way, because most of those guys have been suppressed. May not have been able to make them surrender. Oh, it didn't make them surrender. That's right, because they got really, really seriously suppressed. Now, how about this fight here? These guys have an entrenchment of 4. Do I want to cross the river and attack? Probably wouldn't go well. But at the same time, these are not my main force, so I don't care about them as much. But I think I can afford to slow down and take my time killing them. This would not go well, and probably should be avoided. You guys cannot get quite to where I need you to go. You guys can probably sit still for now, actually, and you guys would do horribly, I'm sure. Yep. They're like the worst tanks in the world. Might set them up here as something else to attack these guys with. Okay, you guys can stay put. So can you. So can you. So can you. All you guys can wait until I've had a chance to soften those guys up a bit. Hold on 1 second, folks. Okay, folks, sorry for that interruption. Hopefully that will not completely destroy the sound sync. And again, this LP series has a bad sound sync history anyway. So let's move on and see what the Belgians do. The French are going to attack my fighters rather than my bombers, which somebody has to get attacked. I guess it might as well be the fighters. And that's all they're going to do. Although now their Air Force has shown up. This is the Air Force of Belgium with an LCFDXX1. They're members of D-Generation X. So they crotch their chops as they're shot down by Germans. I'm thinking the French Air Force is probably retreated. No, they're still hanging out. Okay. Oh, they shot those guys down completely. Okay. You guys can head over here and get reinforcements, I guess. It's a weird placement for the artillery. It's not supporting that city. But that city has river all around it, so it's kind of hard to place artillery in support anyway, I suppose. Maybe I should have used those fighters to scout ahead a bit, but at least none of them got shot down this time. It isn't going quite as rapidly as I hoped it would, to be brutally honest with you folks. Alright, well, that city will fall on the next turn. You guys can move north a bit. Let's take care of the Air Force of Belgium. While still being somewhat careful about this, I mean, there could be more fighters lurking right over here, so I don't want to get totally overconfident, but you guys are not expected to take any losses from these guys, but I don't like taking that chance necessarily. Oh, that's just vicious. Oh, what the hell. Take a chance. Interceptors. They've already fought this turn. That doesn't mean they can't come in and shoot down one of my junkers. Damn it. This is a battle where I anticipate having quite a few turns left at the end where I can kind of, you know, spend some prestige and overstrength some units. So it was kind of, it'd be kind of nice not to have anyone taken down to 10. Why did I even bother doing that now that I look at it? Oh well. If this is the main line of their defense, then this should be pretty easy. We have, of course, bypassed the Maginot line. That's what's going on here as far as the narrative of World War II is concerned. That's why we're invading Belgium, to avoid having to fight through the French defenses. And the Luxembourgers get to attack first, but don't really do much good, because they've been the recipient of a lot of German whoop-ass already at this point. And that's it for the 45th Belgian Infantry. It's nice to know you guys. Have fun storming the castle. Now what if we head right over here, bomb this place, see what happens. Well, there's apparently no fighter escort hanging around there, but there are British fighters right here, which I just managed to miss. Yikes. Okay. Well, now I know what to do with any free Luftwaffe fighters I've got, but I don't appear to have any free Luftwaffe fighters. Those guys have 1 star of experience. What about you? You've got nothing. You're an auxiliary unit. Still looks like you're expected to do well. Let's see how this comes out. Well, could have been worse. Could have been a lot worse. Now, they will probably attack these guys in the next turn, but now that I know that I've got... I'm not expecting to find any more fighters out there on this turn. I think we can just sort of throw bombers out wherever I feel like now, for right now. They're losing very little pieces of prestige here and there. Oh, in that case, though, they lost some troops, and Got a lot of suppression, although I won't be able to take advantage of it yet. Got some 2 dudes suppressed. What is this river anyway? The Meuse, the Musée, the something very European. We are crossing the European river as we march into France and Belgium and Luxembourg, which has already been taken. This is, of course, Biddam, and Essen is up here somewhere, I believe. No, Aachen. Excuse me, Essen's east of here. Maastricht. I think I may have been there when I was in Germany. Except that, of course, it's not in Germany. No, never mind. I wasn't in there. I was in, like, Saarbrücken or someplace. Anyway. Kill you guys dead with my... I'm really happy with my new self-propelled artillery. With its 1 star worth of experience. I'm very happy about this, indeed. Oh, excellent. Excellent. Some of this is, of course, the fact that I overstrengthed some of my units a bit while they were in Norway. But really, this is... ooh, wow, I will get a chance to take advantage of that suppression. I might wipe this unit out outright right here. No, not even close, but I did force them to withdraw. Which means that if I really want to push my luck... Nope, these guys cannot actually get down there. But yeah, it's just about time to end the video, and things seem to be going pretty well. Yeah, that's going to be it for this video, folks. We'll go ahead and let the Allies take their turn, but as you can see, it's not a huge map, and we've already... Well, this one started out undefended, but we're going to dislodge them from Sedan within the next 2 turns. Namur on the next turn. I don't think Brussels is going to stand for very long. We've got a French tactical bomber here, a Potez. We'll have to deal with him. Let's let the Allies have their turn, and then we'll end the video. Okay, they're trying to shell my Panzers, which is probably the best thing they could be doing. Ooh, I'm annoyed that they did that much damage, but the Panzers are probably the least vulnerable to that of the units I had. Okay, that could have gone a lot worse, so... Alright, folks, when we come back, more rolling over the Benelux countries. Thanks for watching, folks. See you next time.